Share Shootout, brought to you by Lion of Africa Insurance, insuring South Africa's future.
They haven't resorted to fisticuffs just yet, but we've got brothers Rowan and Roger Williams who are going head-to-head this evening on Share Shootout. Welcome to the program. They've each given us two of their picks. We've got Rowan Williams from Nitrogen Fund Managers. Combined Motor Holdings, boom, shot down. Nampak, boom, shot down by big brother Roger, who's taking no prisoners this evening. He's going all out to try and beat his little brother, as he has done for, how old are you?
43.
For the last 41 years, you've just been mean to him and his twin Lance. But Lance will be on the show next week, come hell or high water, because one of these two has to go out. Here's Roger Williams from Centaur, Sibanye Gold. A surprising thumbs up from his little brother, but that's before his little brother realized just how malicious and mean you have to be on the game. And then Afrimat got the thumbs down on the show this evening. So Roger Williams, you went first in the first half, which means, Rowan, in the second half, you need to go first with the first grown-up pick of the evening, which is really nice to see, and it's one that he has to pick anyway, but I wonder if it's going to stick in his throat when he has to accept the fact that you're a big fan of Massmart. In 30 seconds, tell us why.
Okay, well, it's interesting why I've said Massmart. In fact, I'm a hedge fund manager, so it's a short.
Oh, fantastic.
So this is a pure play on the SA consumer, where the expectations in terms of growth are not reflected in the share price. It's very exposed through discretionary spend in the form of mass discounters, which is their merchandising division, and the expectations of the growth are far in excess of what the operations are going to deliver. Okay,
so it's a short on Massmart. My notes don't tell me that. It just says a pick of Massmart, but he's shorting Massmart. Well, that makes it a lot more interesting. Would you ordinarily accept a short on Massmart?
Listen, Massmart looks very expensive on a 29 historic PE, and it hasn't brought home the bacon in the last 4 or 5 years. You know, if you look at the earnings, they haven't grown in 5 years, and that's, I mean, look at ShopRite, look at Woolworths. They've done brilliantly, and the market's really giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think it's earned.
The market is giving them the Walmart of the doubt and saying that, yes, the business is a bit overextended, it's grown quite rapidly, but they will be able to source a lot of what they sell across the African continent far more cheaply than anybody else because of the Walmart connections, and hence the market's been prepared to pay up for it. Is it not worth that premium?
Well, why haven't they started to manifest the benefits? Because, you know, the sourcing, they just plug it into the network, and the margins should be going up. Instead, they're going down.
Okay, Rowan, defend yourself, because we are short on time. He agrees with you that it's a dog, and I think he's going to quite happily support your short.
Well, it sounds like, I think if you look, as Roger said, at the historical performance versus the valuation, there's a disconnect there. I think what you're seeing is how the market has been less discriminate about valuation in the current environment of easy money. And they're more focused on the growth and the potential. If you look at the Africa story, only 8% of their store base is in Africa. So it's very insignificant compared to the exposure to the South African consumer, and we all know that is a very tough place to be.
So Roger Williams, you happily accept the short on Massmart. Little brother's playing into your hands.
You know, the only problem is, let's look at the other side of the coin. You know, you saying this business is going to grow and, you know, inflation is going to go up, and it's a hedge against that. And you're really saying I don't know if earnings are going to implode. You know, I can't see them imploding.
The longer you keep talking, the less time you have for your next pick. So are you going to accept it, or are you going to shoot it down?
I'll accept it.
But you warily accept it simply because there are enough idiots in the world prepared to pay a premium for the promise of Walmart. But in your soul, if this was a fair world, the share price would come down from these levels.
It should be lower, but
yeah, it should be lower, but the world hasn't yet caught up.
But it's very hard to argue. You're just saying your discount rate is higher than the market's.
And in 30 seconds, I need you to justify, please. This is nuts. Comair.
Well, Comair, if you look at their revenue, they've grown revenue over the last 10 years at 16% per annum. And they've survived in a very difficult environment, and now they're going to prosper. The reason is they've cut costs to the bone. They've got very efficient planes, which they bought at a strong rand, and they're second in the market. And the falling over of one time has really handed them the market on a platter. RC margins are going to 10%, earning 80 cents, a PE under 5, with great growth potential in the tourism sector.
The last time somebody spoke about shooting something down, it was Warren Buffett saying if there'd been a capitalist at Kitty Hawk when the Wright brothers took off, they would have shot down the aeroplane and saved investors around the world billions of dollars over the next 100 years. Aeroplanes have got 3 million moving parts. They tend to break down quite a lot. We've got Zuma Air coming in, what's it called, Fastjet. And the one-time founders are very keen to get started again.
Yeah.
They're slow, but they're keen. Would you accept comment?
So I agree, the airline industry is a very difficult industry. As you mentioned, the barriers to entry can be fairly low, and which allows competitors to get in. I think you have seen that in the past 5 years. The industry's been dogged by overcapacity. That has much more normalized. If you looked at Comair's trading statement, which actually came out this morning, which I guess is matching some of what Roger's saying, that earnings are going to be up over 20%. They're not sure how much. That capacity is been normalized to meet
So are you
demands.
accepting it, or are you shooting it down?
Look, interesting, we think quite alike, and I had a sneaking suspicion this was going to be on his list. I can also mention some of the virtues. Eric Fenter's saying that the new planes are going to add 40 million per plane to operating profit.
So you can't shoot it down,
reluctantly, as much as like to shoot down the flying aeroplane, I'm going to have
You have to accept it.
I have to, unfortunately.
Oh, schoolboy error, beginner's error, because what you've done is you've accepted 2 of Big Brother's picks. But I do know that he threatened you with physical violence beforehand and threatened to tell your mum about stuff that you'd done as children. So as a result of that, my decision is actually remarkably easy, because we would have a severe battle on our hands had Rowan Williams shot down Brother Rogers' Comair pick, but he didn't. He accepted both Comair and Sibanye Gold, and so therefore by default, being a nice guy and all, and the better brother, he's effectively made it very easy for me. Goodbye, Rowan. They say blood is thicker than water. In your case, you just don't care, do you? You've got no feelings, no sensitivity, and you've got no familial bond whatsoever. You don't even like your brother. Or do you like your brother Lance even less?
Listen, he got into my business.
Oh, okay. He got into your business, and so therefore he needs to be taught a lesson. So your brother Lance is in investments as well. He is, what does he do for a living?
He actually runs a short-term insurance broking company. He's got a number of businesses, but he's a keen stock market investor. I don't know if he'll come on board, but let's try him for next week.
I don't know. I think it'll be fun. We'll see if he cheats, because doesn't that what Lancers do? Tell me if I made the right decision tonight and the other Williams brother impressed you most. If I made a mistake, you can tweet me your share shootout suggestions and your thoughts. Get us a message on @BruceBusiness. That's one word. Until next time, until we continue to pick out a winner and shoot out the rest, we'll see whether or not Lance Williams, is his middle name Armstrong? No, it's not. Good. Excellent. Good news on that front. That's it from here on CNBC Africa. I hope you enjoyed Share Shootout this evening. Sorry to Rowan Williams. Well done to Roger Williams. Coming back for week 4 next time. Good night.